Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, as you will see by today's title, we are going to be picking up a very special guest very soon. He's just coming in on the boat to the Isle of Wight, and yeah, as you'll see by the title, this wasn't really something I was planning to do, but with the sale of the Series 1 RS Turbo, I am sort of just the Maserati money basically away from getting something that I've always wanted. So that's why we've sort of come to today. I'm going to jump in the car though because he's about to come in. Very excited for today. Hopefully the buyer wants the car. I'm currently sat in a BMW F11 Estate, as you can see, because I picked this up recently because it was just so much easier day in, day out driving around. Maserati is a great car, but again, I'm just literally the Maserati away from owning something I thought I'd never buy or never be able to buy. So today's an interesting one. I get to meet, of course, someone that I've watched for years. You guys have probably watched for years, so a bit of a fanboy moment at the same time as selling a car to someone. I'm intrigued to see what he thinks of it though. Of course, it's a higher mileage, you know, used version of the Quattroporte chassis, but I think he's interested and hopefully I'll sell it to him. That'd be nice. Remember, go over to his channel, of course. He'll do a better video than I will. I'm just vlogging these days. He'll do a better video and there'll be better editing. But yeah, let's go to the ferry and go get him and see what he thinks.
6.5 hours later.
Right guys, so I am back from the boat. We've actually already made a video on, I'm not going to say his name because we'll bring him in, but there's another video of the car going. Calvin.
Hello. Oh, you're straight on camera,
just right here. Yeah. So, how did this happen? It was you said you wanted to buy a V8.
I put it on my Insta story that I wanted to buy a V8, something interesting, something preferably, you know, it's like something good value for money, and you reached out and said, I've got the perfect car for you.
Yeah. And it was a Maserati Quattroporte with 134,000 miles. And I have just blagged my whole way through his video to sell it to him. So we've won. No, we haven't won. We haven't won at all here.
I don't know who's won. Who's the winner here?
I'm not really sure. The people that are watching are the winners, because you get to watch the stupidity of me buying a car with my heart rather than my head, and Calvin going, for too long when buying
Literally,
a car.
I was like, do I? And I realised I'm here.
Quite
you know?
far away from home.
I've got to get home.
You've got to get home. So why don't you just buy a car? Like, that's the obvious thing to do, even if you don't want it and it's more money than you wanted to pay. That's the least car dealer thing ever.
It literally is. But do you know what? It's a nice car. It does need a little bit of love. But it is, I've said it a lot of times in my video, it's black, it's got cream leather, you know, it's the S, it's obviously the 4.7, it's got the ZF gearbox, it's got a lot going for it.
It's got everything
and
you could want.
You said you bought it with your heart, I can see why you've done that.
Yeah.
It's a cool car, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think for you, yes, it isn't the retail piece and it isn't a sellable item, but I think it's a good laugh.
It is a good laugh.
And if we can get on good laughs while spending money and buying cars halfway down the opposite end of the country where you live, then I mean, why not?
It makes good content. That's what it does.
It does make good
We all
content.
love a good video.
And I think, jokes aside, it's a good collaboration, because I've watched you for years, and I'd like to think that after buying this thing with your car vertical discount code,
I can't believe that.
which I can't believe, to make sure the car was actually right before I bought it, is actually like it comes around. Yeah, it's meant to be in a weird way. In a weird way, this was actually supposed to happen. So, yeah, I've sort of explained already at the start of the video why this happened, and you know, it had to. It sort of has to go really to fund something else because we're this far away.
And the next car is going to be a very cool thing.
Yes, hopefully, if it doesn't bankrupt me or I don't find the right one, I'm not really sure.
Get broke or die trying.
Yeah, I think that's it. Or just buy crap cars and hope that it's all right when you get home.
And
don't regret it.
And hope the viewers like it.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. Or to be fair, I always say this, but I buy cars that I like, and this has no purpose on the internet other than it's like some people might look at them one day on Auto Trader and go, oh, I'll have a go. But I'm the guy that's like, oh, I'll have a go, and then I go to the person's house and buy it. Cause I like,
but do you know what?
Like, yeah.
I reckon pretty much every petrol head, especially like in our sort of age group, has gone through that time in their life where they're, you know, we do it all the time. We obsessively look at different cars, and you put yourself in the driver's seat. You think, oh, I could see myself in one of these.
Yeah.
And this is one of them cars that we've all done it with.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I've done it to the point where I looked at so many of these, it was a bit silly. And then when this one come up and it was on my way home from being away, I was like,
Perfect.
Why don't we just buy this and then it'll be fine? And then I've spent my arse on it, and now you've bought it, and now you've got to get it home.
I've got to get it home.
Sorry.
Will it get me home all right?
Yeah, because I drove it all the way from Reading, and I drove it around for like 3 months with no problems.
Genuinely.
So
yeah?
I've put petrol in it.
That's wicked.
And I did the ball joint and that or whatever, but
wicked. Okay.
honestly, it's genuinely a lovely car. It's one of them where I like the idea. I even put it. I've said to you, I put it in my name, and if it was a trade car, I wouldn't have done that and added to the owners because it only had three owners anyway. So I wouldn't have done that. In my head, I was going to put it on wheels and do loads of stuff to it, but with the Series 1 going so quickly, I felt like we were just this far away from getting somewhere else.
And you know what? We all kind of do this. You sort of move into a car like it's your own. Like you say, you put it in your own name.
Yeah, I bought floor mats.
You loved it. It's a car that, you bought floor mats. It's a car that you've always wanted. You had the wheels refurbed. You know, you said you've done a bit of paint on the front as well.
Yeah.
But then, we're just all like this, aren't we? Then you see something else.
Yeah. You're like, if I sell that, I could buy that.
So that
and then
now becomes old news.
Yeah, I know. And you're like, you get really excited, and then you think, what am I doing? And then Calvin's here buying it.
And then I'm going to do the same.
Yeah.
Be like, check out my new car, put it on Instagram, and then it's just going to go up sale, and I'll be like, I just want something else.
Yeah. And then you'll be like, well, now we're selling this. Because that's just how it is. I am going to ask though, what's the plan? Because I have asked you off camera, but what's the plan?
Do you know what? That's a really good question, and the answer to that question is
in my video next week when I've thought about it when I've got to sleep.
You've literally got no idea.
No, I mean,
I think when we met, you reached out on Instagram. I've watched you for years as well.
Yeah,
and I thought this would be a wicked opportunity for us to just link up, do a deal, and do a video. And then the next bit, well, it's like hot potato, isn't it? It's now my problem.
It's now your problem, yeah. So, and the money is now in my account, and I've signed it away. So whatever happens from this point, it's a trade sale, and it's how it works.
Trade sale. So that might go.
I bet you've done that before and gone down the road, so it's actually happened.
Well, of course I have.
Of course I have. Could you buy so many?
But luckily, you're a lovely guy.
I am a lovely guy, and I've actually daily driven this, and I've told you every single problem that has happened in my ownerships, and that's yours. It might
Well,
it'd be fine.
It'll be fine.
It's Maserati, mate.
I hope it'll be fine. But no, it's been a pleasure, man. It's been a lovely place as well. It's lovely.
Yeah.
I've never been down here before.
Again, it's a day out for you, isn't it?
It's a day out.
It's a
lovely day out. We've had a nice drive down here. We've got a boat over here.
Yeah. And now you
went to the co-op at the top of the road.
I know, it was a crap sandwich. You had a terrible sandwich in the co-op, and he's like, I just didn't even have the bread. I took the prawns out. It just wasn't about it. And now you get to drive an Italian Stallion all the way back to Milton Keynes.
With a Ferrari-derived engine.
Ferrari-derived. You've got to tell everyone that because they don't know.
That's all that matters.
He's like, basically, it is a Ferrari. It's not.
It's the best part of this car.
But it's the best part. It's the best part of the car. It's the
to fame.
Ferrari-derived engine that's inside it. So, thank you very much for coming down.
Thank you very much.
Doing a quick video with me. And obviously, there is a bigger and more exciting video your side because you actually talk about values and some sort of other stuff. I'm just talking nonsense,
Well, I'm a car dealer, obviously, and then we go into town with that side of life because, talking about the values.
Because this is stock, you're not buying it because you love it, and you're talking. Sorry to talk over you, but you're talking about an actual business. Whereas I'm just talking about a car I like.
Yeah, exactly.
So there is a big
bucket list
difference.
thing.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's a bit of a bucket list car for me, but business always comes first. It's all about business.
It does, yeah. Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you, man.
You've got to get to a boat now.
I need to get off.
Because it's like literally 1 minute until you got to go, so we'll shake hands.
Thank you very much.
Because we're men, that's good. And enjoy the car.
Well done.
I'm not giving. I might look at it go, but then I might not. I'm not sure.
You'll be happy to see it.
Yeah, I will be happy to see it go. Oh, okay, I will. Maserati Quattroporte, and there it is, off into the distance again. Calvin is one of them people that I've wanted to meet for years. I've followed Binker and pretty much everything he's done since day one, so yeah, I'm glad it went to him. But of course, as I've already said a few times in this video, this wasn't supposed to be done this quick. I wasn't planning on selling it, but we're this far away from getting a car that I think me and you guys watching would be very excited about, so it had to happen. But thank you so much for watching again. Thank you so much to Calvin for coming down. We'll see you on the next one.